Alright, ladies and gents, today we're going to try to see if we can catch us a carp. I'm going to show you my technique and how we get it done out here in Derby, Kansas. So first thing I want to tell you is we do use the hairline rig. We got fake corn on one, we got a boilie on the other. Get them baited up, get them ready to toss out there. So today I'm going to be using your standard Kool-Aid, we'll go Jello actually, Jello, breadcrumbs, oats, corn mixture. We're going to get it on our rigs here. We're going to get it out in the water, see what we can catch today. We're going to smash it into our rig, made it nice and wet, so when it hits the water, it's going to break apart real easy. See that weight? Okay, these rigs, they just allow you to keep your bait on, your pack bait, get a better cast. You don't have to worry about flinging it off. You still can fling it off, but you're less likely. So you can see I got a glove on, trying to stay somewhat clean today. This stuff can get messy, especially the wetter it gets. Woo! You can see the weight that it added. It's gonna be easy toss. Okay, so basically we got our pap bait around our cage. This is a slip weight. Okay, it's gonna hold our bait on. And again, we got the hairline rig with the fake corn. So let's get it out there. Okay, so now I'm gonna cast my rigs. So I got my full holder set up. I'm gonna cast this direction. We got some trees out there. I know there's some activity. I caught a 24 pounder over there the other week. So let's see if we can get us another one. There by the tree. Maybe I'll show you a picture of where it's at in a second. Get it clipped, get it locked in, get the second rig out there. So we're about to get the second rig out. Same area, same cast. Let's get it done. Nice and tight. I'm gonna get my rig set up, get some bells on there so I don't have to pay attention. Let's see what we can get. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot real quick, edit this in, let you guys know where I just cast it. So here we go. Flip this around. Alright, so you can see the rigs are set up right here. I cast it out towards that tree branch that's down there. So I got one maybe 3 feet from the end of it and probably about 3 feet out away from it, and then I probably shot one a little too far. It's probably towards the middle, probably about center camera now, way out there. I think I actually see a turtle head just popped up out there, so we'll see what we can get. I don't know if you guys ever fished out here in Derby, but this is a nice pond. They keep it clean. Bring my son out here all the time. We don't catch very big cat. I did catch 13-pound blue out here one time. But most of the time, if you want to catch anything big out here, you gotta probably go for the carp. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes, have no hits. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. Check my bait, I reeled them all in. This is concerning to me to see how I got so much of it still clumped in here. I know my hands are kind of blocking it. Let's see. We wanted this all to come out, but tells me that my pack bait's probably too dry. So I went ahead and added a bunch of water to it. which means it's going to be extra messy now, so gloved up. So like I said, we want this stuff to pretty much disappear. We want the strawberry flavor to sweeten the water. Really, the breadcrumbs and oats are just binders. And we want the corn to chum the water where it lands. So again, we're going to pack up our baits. This is easier done with 2 hands, but I don't want to waste 2 gloves. Shit's expensive nowadays. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock some of this out. I would have preferred that dissolved up in the water, but it didn't. So again, got this little ball of bait. Going right around our cage. I believe these are 10-ounce cages too. Okay, look, see, look at that now. See, look at this. See, unless you got a real good wet towel out here. I, of course, got some wet wipes, but still don't. It's a mess. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, get the poles back out in the water. I'm gonna recast. Hopefully, we'll catch something again. So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna cast the second pole. I did forget to tell you guys that I want to keep trying to cast in the same spot. All that corn sweetening up the water with the strawberry flavor. So you don't want them eating all your corn for free. So keep it in the same area, and hopefully you've chummed the water and more fish will gather around and you'll eventually catch something. Big hit. Let's see what we got. Oh. Coming with us. The line. Pretty sure he's hooked, so let's keep going. Must be a small channel. Set the hook, I thought it was good. Came up empty. Well, that was my fault. I should have set the hook, but I didn't, so fuck. Alright, so we're gonna get rebaited, get back out there. Good news is we got good pull, good hit. Let's see what we can get done. Alright guys, so in my haste to get my last cast out after I got that hit, because I'm mad at myself for not hooking it, caught the top of one of those tree branches, ripped my boilie off. I'm gonna have to redo my rig. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to show you how I do it. Right here's that plastic corn, right? So we're gonna stick it on this little bad boy right here. It's gonna allow us to hook it onto our hair rig, okay? So let's not forget, our hair rig is going to keep our corn actually off the hook. Oh, it's hard to see, especially when it's sticking. Okay, it's going to keep it off the hook so the carp doesn't fill the hook when it's taking its bite. So that's probably what happened last. That's probably what happened last time. Is carp had the bait in its mouth, but it wasn't hooked. So basically you're gonna poke through these little pieces of corn, and you can see when I poke through these pieces of corn, it's probably gonna be real hard to see on the camera, but you can open up the hook at the very end of this, okay? And there's a little loop at the end of this hairline. We're gonna get into that loop. Oh man, we're getting a hit. We're getting a hit. I'm gonna flip the camera. Okay, let's hook this one. Let's hook this one. Swimming towards us, all right, we got this one hooked. We got this one hooked. Oh, we definitely got this one hooked. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Alright, I know it's hooked. It's pulling, okay? Oh, it just jumped. I screwed up. I don't got my net ready. Let's get the net ready. We're probably gonna need it. Okay, here we go. Tighten my drag a little bit. He's fighting. But he's coming in. Oh, he's pulling drag. He's pulling drag. Actually, it's a blue. Looks to be about 4 pounds. Let's see if we can get him on the net. Woo! Tell you what, I just got lucky. See me struggling to get him in? I was struggling to get him in, but he came off the hook. He fell right into my net. So we got lucky. This dude's looking to be about 6 pounds, maybe. A little bit bigger than I thought. Let's dig out the scale. So I don't see the scale. Man, it makes me wonder if I left it here last time I was fishing. Let's get this guy out though. Get him back in the water. He's got a big growth. Oh, actually, looks like my hairline rig broke. So let's get the hook out of him. He's a little angry. I say this dude, he ain't a bad catch. Probably 5 or 6 pounds. Now let's keep in mind I caught this off the hairline rig, and I caught it with corn. Rubber corn, hairline rig, pack bait. I'm gonna see if I can bring him up to the camera, just so you guys can see this growth on the bottom of his jaw. Look at that. That's some weird shit. Not a bad blue for the day. Let's get him back in the water. All right, so we got the blue. Not the carp we were looking for, but also more concerning is I lost my scale. That sucks. I'll have to buy a new one. Alright, so back to hooking up that hairline rig. We're gonna have to tie another one off. Well, I bought pre-tied ones from Amazon, so it won't take long. Haste, I made quite a mess over there in my bag, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. All right, so we can see got our hairline rig. You see we still got the needle or whatever with the pulley on it, or the hook. So now we're gonna unhook that. So at the end of this hairline rig, well, now I got one I can show you here. So at the end of this hairline rig, you can find it in camera. There's a loop where a little piece of plastic goes through. I know the camera's having a hard time focusing on that. I'm having a hard time getting it in the shot. But that loop is going to allow us to put one of these plastic pieces in, kind of in the shape of a bow tie or whatever. It's going to hold that fake corn on. It's probably the hardest part of getting your rig set up. Some days it goes easy. Some days take me 20 minutes. This is where it actually helps to have a little bit of fingernails. You can use your fingernails to kind of push around that string. There we go. So I'm going to get in there and we're going to cut it off of the line. Whew. A lot of action in the last couple minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to piece this together on the camera here. Okay. So now we're going to pull our corn up against that little piece of plastic. That way it holds it tight, okay? And then, of course, on this hairline rig, if you're familiar with them, there's another piece of plastic that's going to allow you to slide it down to where it's going to hold the corn way closer to the hook, okay? So now we're just going to get baited back up, packed out. I'm going to have to tie on another hairline rig. Maybe I'll pull out the ones to show you what I'm using. Okay, so let's get this one pull out at least, so maybe we can get another fish while we're tying off the other one. All right, so we got our pre-tied hairline rig. Okay. Bought them off of Amazon, something like this. It's a million choices. They've worked good for me. So we're gonna get this line tied back on. Okay, you can see our standard line. Now we'll get up close. This is this cage. I don't know what they want to call it. It's a slip weight. It's 10 ounce, I believe. Right. So, of course, our bead is going to protect our knot. So I'm going to just tie this off with a simple Palomar knot. Easy knot. Plenty strong. Never had an issue with it. Of course, we're going to wet our line due to the friction. We don't want to burn our line. A little saliva always does the trick. Pull on both sides. Cut our tag line. Boom. We'll rig back up. Okay. So now we're just going to go right back into what we did earlier. With that fake horn, we're going to have to re-get it on there. Okay. I know it's hard to see, but there's a loop at the end. That's where we put that little plastic piece. This is thread. All right, so while I get that rigged up, we're gonna hope we can hook up to another fish while we're waiting. Looks like we're getting a hit. Let's get out there and see what we got. That hook set. Let's get it. Looks like a little neck cat. Like we got ourselves a nice little eater. Let's get him on camera. That's 2 blues today. If I had time to clean them and cook them, I would. You know, that's a good thing about fishing with these hairline rigs is you're gonna catch catfish too. So everybody loves catfish. You saw I caught that 6-pounder earlier. This time we got a little 2.5-pounder maybe, but we're still hooking up. So let's get them in the water. Oh shoot, fish on. He's swimming. He's swimming on my other line. Let's see. Did we hook him? I think we hooked him. Little. Oh, he's running this way. He's running this way. He's running into my other line. It's a little channel, I think. A little blue. Another little blue. Yep. So again, not our target species. Fishing for that big carp. It's time for these blues to be feeding this time of year. I'm trying to get full Well, I'm confused because it's still 70 degrees out in the middle of November. Now, while this might not be our target species, and this actually ain't a blue, just last two were, so I just assumed it was without actually looking at it. At least we're hooking up. All right, let's get rebaited. Don't have very much time. Let's see if we can get that last carp. See if we can find it. All right, looks like we got another fish on. Get some action today, man. Let's see what we got. All right, we're hooked. Still just cruising it on in. Little channel, gotta be. All right, so these cats are eating today. Man, it's too bad I'm not cooking them and cleaning them, huh? My buddy at work's probably gonna be upset. I ain't keeping them for him. This guy don't want to let go. That corn's fake, buddy. You don't want it. There we go. Good size, 2-pounder. At least we're hooking up. Still not the target species. You know, guys, it's funny because while the camera's off, I'm over here fishing for a bait fish, chop up, try to catch a good fish. I was going to try to catch me a blue, but clearly we caught that blue earlier, that 6 or 7 pounder, and it was off a corn. So I guess apparently I don't need to be fishing for bait. So let's get this guy back in the water, and I guess bait up one more time. We've got about 30 more minutes before we got to get out of here. Hopefully we can catch that carp. All right, guys, it's about time for us to get out of here. I got to go pick my kid up from school. We didn't catch that carp, but we did have a good day of fishing. We caught 4 catfish. Can't complain about that. One of them had to be at least 5 to 7 pounds. First one we pulled in. You know, we're fishing with this pack bait. Corn is the main part of the bait, was bringing them in. You know, that's the good thing about the bait we're using, is you're going to catch multiple species even though we're targeting that carp. Now, I will say the carp are going to fight better and be a lot bigger. Unfortunately, today we did not come up with one. That's all right. Maybe next time. You know, there's some good sized carp out in this pond. Roughly 20 pounds or more. We've caught a 25 pounder. We caught a 24 pounder. We catch 15 to 20 pounders all the time. So not a bad day worth of fishing. So I'm going to go ahead and pack up and head on to my kid's school, get them for the day, and call it a day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.